Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come on into the room, come on into the space. I am here again, your host, Chantel Sierra Shakim, coming live on location from the House of Shakim. This is my new setup, and I am so happy to welcome you in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I am a holistic self-care practitioner who comes into this TikTok world to share intuitive messages from Most High for the day, for the experience, for our lives. And as I do that, I use tarot, I use oracle cards, and I use my own intuition. So I am here again to tap in. Today has been a very eventful day on this raw day. A lot of things have been done, and the first card out is let's get to work. So this message is all about using our talents, using our abilities, and using the gifts that we have been given. As I've always talked about, this isn't nothing new. This is the energy that I am currently navigating, and I'm actually celebrating it. Yeah, I'm celebrating the win. So we will get 7 cards and then just tap in. This again has been a beautiful day of just navigating challenges, in a sense, navigating the challenges of doing the work. And the next card out is the death and rebirth, which we talked about earlier this week. Finding ourselves in new spaces and time, finding ourselves doing the things we want to do, having the things we want to have, and being who we want to be. Not seeing ourselves as stuck or in a place of stagnation, but constantly moving through the challenges, taking them head on, and taking off the mask, removing the mask, removing the addressing the shadow, and really enjoying it. I'm glad yesterday I was able to take advantage of the sunshine, because today it was very, very rainy. And the next card out, number 4, is the Page of Wands. This is where we throw things up in the air and see what sticks. But while we still use the knowledge and wisdom that we have to do the work, right? This is what we're talking about. How do we show up doing the work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 cards. We'll get 2 more cards, and then we will tap into the actual reading for today. And those 2 cards came out back to back. So the first one was the Emperor, playing the game, playing the game and playing it to win while we walk away from the things that no longer serve. This being the Emperor, and this being the 8 of Cups. Cups, again, is all about navigating our emotions, navigating what comes up as we face the challenges of dying and showing up in another way. It's always a challenge to change. That's what I know for sure. And it's always a challenge to walk away. Even when we see that things aren't working, sometimes we choose to stay. But this is saying we have everything we need to be successful in doing the work, okay? And then we can celebrate that accomplishment, celebrate the win, celebrate the knowing that we're doing what we need to do. And in that space, we do have to die. We die to our old ways. We die to the limiting beliefs. We die to the things that keep us stuck. And we begin to face them head on, seeing them as they truly are. As you see, she sees herself being tormented or being in a place of blindness, not knowing what comes next. But ultimately, she's okay. And she can truly begin to celebrate even more by throwing it up against the wall, throwing it up into the air, and releasing the things that no longer serve her so that she can study to show herself approved, doing the work that she has been called to do. Welcome in, welcome in. The second to the last card is the Emperor. This is the game of life. How are you playing it? How are you choosing to play it? Are you stepping forth as the king, knowing you're guided and protected? Or are you being a pawn on the game, being moved around expendably? No. We want to let go of the things that no longer serve so that we can walk toward the direction of our abundance and all the things that we are sent to do. So for today, I am going to go back to reading it from the book, starting from the bottom, moving to the top, but just tapping into the energy of our creation. And what are you creating? How is it that you're allowing your work to shine forth? Whatever it is, whatever profession you are in, whatever career path you are taking, whatever entrepreneur path you are on, how are you allowing that to work for you? And sometimes it means walking. The first step is to walk away from the things that no longer serve. Walk away from the things that keep you stuck. Sis, I'm on live.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
TikTok, I'll call you back.
Okay.
So, 8 of Cups. Let's tap into the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. We are walking away from negativity and we choose ourselves in a rebellious act of self-love. What do you need to walk away from to do your work? What is it that you need to walk toward as a rebellious act of self-love? It's for you. You get to choose it. And you have to begin to play the game and play the game to win. You know, this is where the Emperor shows up. How are we playing to win? This is an Aries card. As you see the ram there, that is definitely how I play my game of life. I play to win. I face challenges. I do that shadow work. I go into my own intuition and my own knowingness, and I shine forth because that's what I do. And this is what the Emperor is telling us to do as well. As it is a major arcana card, it is a card that says these are huge leaps that are taking place, along with that death and rebirth card that will almost end with. So it says, Emperor, the Emperor, it says, I lead the circumstances in my world with confidence, harmony, and generosity. We're going to ring that in because I am very generous. I'm very generous with my time, with my resources, with my gift. And hence, I'm showing up here to offer what I have to the world. So be generous with your gifts. Be generous with your talents. Be generous and change the circumstances. Change your world around you by living in harmony with what you feel in your heart space, okay? Then we will go into the Page of Swords. What does the Page of Swords say? Page of Swords. Swords is about doing your work, right? Being clear about what you're doing. Being purposeful in how you do it. And then utilizing what you're learning as this shows up. What you're learning to continue to find your success. So it says, I learn and I expand my consciousness. And I open new opportunities for my life. I learn and I expand my consciousness. And I open new opportunities for my life. This is what we're doing here. You know, every day we show up and every day is a new opportunity to make it better than the day before. So are you using the tools to make it better than the day before? Because you have to do that. You have to expand. Expansion is part of our life evolution. It's a part of how we grow, glow, and flow. So in that place, we let it go. We let go of the things that no longer serve. We throw up everything that we think we have in order to see what sticks and then move forward in that. So that is the Page of Wands. So we will go into the Page of Wands. Wands, again, is fire energy. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome into the space. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. So we are tapping into the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, as we're working on our dreams and visions and doing our work, we have to continue the pursuit. And it says, Page of Wands, it says, in pursuit of the imagined, I manifest with fire. I manifest this fire with the infectious feelings of inspiration. What are you inspired to do? How are you inspired to show up? And are you moving toward it? Are you doing it? Are you throwing it up in the air and seeing what sticks? Because that's how you expand. That is how you evolve. That is how you move beyond seeing yourself stuck. Okay? So this is the next card that shows up. We started from the bottom and we're moving to the top. And that is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords says... Oh, goodness. We give thanks. Eight of Swords says, I am free to choose my healing and my light. I am free to choose my healing and my light. So as you throw things up and see what sticks, you light it up. Light it up. And in that space, you go through that death and rebirth. That is where you find the time and the space to expand. Letting go of what no longer serves so that you can come into the fullness of what is for you. And that is the Death card. The Death card, again, a major arcana card. But we have to go through the death and the rebirth. We have to do that in order to find our true purpose, our true passion, and to really live in the highest vibration. So it says, the Death card, it says, I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. I let go of the past to add energy to my new beginnings. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the fan club. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. And we're celebrating. We're celebrating. This is how the cards begin. We are celebrating our wins as we are navigating our work. Okay? So this is me celebrating the wins, being committed to coming on here live 365 days this year to tap in, tune in, and turn on, as Abraham Hicks would say. So number 4 of Wands is all about our celebration. What are you celebrating? How are you celebrating your work? How are you celebrating the things that you have done and the things that you continue to want to do? How are you celebrating it? It says, I am devoted to my connectedness, and I celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with my community. It's important that you don't tuck your gifts under a rug, that you don't hide your gifts, that you shine in your gift, that you do the work and you know that you have everything you need within you. Yes, you may have to study. Yes, you may have to throw it up and see what sticks. But ultimately, we have to walk away from the things that no longer serve. We have to play the game to win. Be the empire. Be the emperor of your life and of your work. You have to study. You have to throw it up and see what sticks. Allow your light to shine. Even in your darkness, that's that yin-yang energy. You have to see yourself as you truly are. You have everything you need. You are not tormented. You are not stuck. You are not blinded. You just have to die to those things that keep you stuck and limited and going through the motions and not getting the result. Because once you do that, you can celebrate it. Celebrate it in the way that you are being fulfilled. As we will end with this card of the tarot, the Eight of Pentacles. This is how you bring in that abundance. This is how you bring in everything that you desire. So Eight of Pentacles says, this is the essence of this reading, the first card that came out. It says, with loving determination, I persevere and I become the person I've longed to be. Ashe, 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 ashe. with perseverance, we become the person we have longed to be. And we give thanks for that reading. We're going to tap into the secrets of the ancestor and see what the ancestors want to expand on in this reading. Knowing that we are in a space of celebration, but it does take dying. It does take death and rebirth. It does take seeing yourself clearly. It does take studying to show yourself approved. It does take taking control of the game and walking away from the things that no longer serve. As the ancestor, the Father God shows up, and it is radical truth. We have been given all things for life and godliness. And I like how the Father God shows up to tell us this is the radical truth. There's nothing that holds us back other than our own thoughts, our own mindsets, and those places where the shadow shows up that we're not willing to deal with. So we're going to tap into this number 43 card in The Secrets of the Ancestors by Abiola Abrams. And it says, I keep it real. I keep it real. So in that space of keeping it real, are you showing up as your true self? It says, we're going to read the ancestral medicine. It says, allow yourself to be authentic. Wow. Allow yourself to be authentic. Allowing yourself to be authentic is a privilege denied to many who came before. How can you be more of yourself? My beloved child, are you willing to drop the masks at home and in the rest of your life? Are you ready to be your true self? Oh, give thanks. Are you ready to be your true self in all aspects of your life? Are you showing up to do the work that you have been sent to do? Dealing with those things that make you feel like you're covered. Releasing them so that you can celebrate in that space of freedom. And that you can truly be your true self, doing what you have been called to do. This is amazing. If you're not wearing a mask, then you might be living your authentic life. And that's what we're talking about today. How are you allowing your gifts, your talents, your abilities to bring forth the success in your home, in your work life, in all aspects of life? This is the radical truth. This is what we're tapping into. In some places, we all have worn a mask. We all have shown up in being people pleasers, in doing things that necessarily weren't the real thing that we wanted to do, saying yes when we should have said no. This is where we have to move beyond envy and move into friendship. Okay, those are our soul journey cards that came up, and it says envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. That's what envy is all about. Seeing that we're all on equal grounds. We're all playing this game of life. But where are you finding yourself? What piece of that puzzle are you showing up in as? Are you the king? Are you the queen? Are you the pawn, the bishop, the knight? What are you? And are you navigating your challenges? Knowing that friendship is truly what we all desire. It is the friendships that keep us going. It is the friendships that really help us navigate and play the game to win. So it says, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. As we navigate our businesses, as we navigate doing our work, we can welcome in those that will mirror back to us the places we need to change, the places that we need to grow. And they are going to be there to celebrate you in that process. That is the necessary tools that we need in this earth reality. We are one spirit being manifested, embodied in each of our individual expressions. And my expression is to come on here and share my gift, my love, my essence to the world around us. The last card that we're going to pull for tonight is going to be a card from our chakra deck. As I've been talking about the importance of allowing your energy to be in alignment, and that is to anchor, to liberate, to illuminate, to generate, and to nourish your best life now. Welcome in everyone who's coming into the space as we are about to close out this reading, but I am willing to take a couple of questions and I can do a card pull for you if you like. So the last card of our chakra balancing is creativity. It is number 10. How are you using your creativity to impact the world around you? Are you being the light in the darkness? Are you allowing your gifts, talents, and abilities to serve humanity in a way that raises the frequency? I know on these TikTok reels you can find anything and everything you want, but I'm happy that you have chosen to tap into my reading, because this is where we are navigating life, and hopefully getting some insight on how we're showing up. And it's really to do our work. As we do our personal work, we encourage others around us to do theirs. So number 10 is creativity. That is the card that shows up. And I'm reminded that this book looks like my book. I mean, the color scheme looks like my book, and I'll talk about that. But if you have questions, put them in the chat. It says, the creative energy of the universe flows through every cell of my being. The creative energy of the universe flows through every cell of my being. So as we are navigating our life experiences, we have the universal abundance that is here to support us, to help us navigate the experiences. So with that being said, I want to share my book. It is Aligned and Crowned, the Wheel Within the Wheel. This is where we anchor into what it is we are to create. This is where we find our purpose and our passion. It also talks about divine archetypes. We have the oracle. We have the messenger. We have the warrior of light. We have the priestess of the path. And we have the dream weaver. So those are 5 archetypes that have shown up in my life that I'm sharing, that shows up in mostly everyone's life in some way. And we begin to work with universal energy to harness that essence of those archetypes. So this book is a workbook, and it really allows you to find your archetypes, find your unique archetype, and really help you to tap into your soul's journey, your soul's essence, and live aligned and crowned. So the crowned part is the Embracing the Queen Within. Embracing the Queen Within was the first book that I wrote, and it was based on my Sacred Woman Rites of Passage. And during that time, I was able to really, truly harness in on my I am, my anchor. What am I? Who am I? And what am I here to do? And I found that I am a queen, as my little girl says. Hence, I come on here and adjust crowns in the process, including my own. But that Embracing the Queen Within journey is all about understanding life and how we show up through life based on what we've already experienced, and how we can bring it into alignment with our true essence, tapping into our seed of creation, our womb space, and really unlocking and healing that space so that we can tap into our intuition clearly, and that we can live, move, and be all that we are being sent to be. So that is the reading. We'll run through it really quick once more. It's time to walk away from the things that no longer serve. Play the game of life and play it to win. Take time to learn and study your craft, your gifts, your abilities, and then put it out there. Throw it up and see what sticks. Removing your mask, removing the illusions, removing the things that keep you stuck and stagnant, getting out of self-sabotage by dying to those old ways that don't serve you anymore so that you can live the new life and begin to celebrate all the wins, all the abundance with your community. Because this is the work. This is how you do it. And you can do it and do it and do it well. Because you have been given all that you need in godliness to create all that you imagine, all that you desire. It's all yours, and it's here. We're not going to be envious of anyone else. Everybody has their own challenges, and we will partner and find friendship with those that are going to help us in our journey. So that is the word for today. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat, and we'll tap into that, okay? We have a few more minutes. I really try to come on here and at least do 30 minutes. So if you have questions, we got about 5 minutes that we can tap into more in this arena. Or I can just talk as I did yesterday. We had a candid conversation of really taking time to just rest, to find our ebb, find our flow so that we can grow. It's all, this life school is all about expansion. It's all about a growth. It's all about showing up as your highest self in the highest vibration of life, because we've all been given the tools. We've all been given and sent with a divine purpose. What is yours? How is it showing up? How are you utilizing it? Are you partnering with people who see your gifts, see your talents, see your worth, and are willing to pour into it? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to see? How is it that you want to show up living your best life now? It's for you to choose. It's for you to grow. It's for you to glow, and it's for you to flow, however that looks to you. And if you haven't already, please go over to our Circle of Sister Table Talk page on YouTube. That is where all of these 365 days are going to be posted, and I try to upload them as I complete them. Day number 62 is having a hard time being uploaded for some reason, but it was done. I was committed, and I did show up. So as soon as that one decides it wants to be uploaded, it will be uploaded. But all of these are being uploaded for you to go back to review, to see what Spirit said for that day, and maybe that would be the message for you for today. I also have a community on the school platform with my beautiful sister, Lady Ankh, and we are creating a community where we are giving to the community and the world free training, meditation, yoga, breath work, and teachings on the Align Principle for free. So we have 3 more days of the Align Principles that will happen for the rest of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where we will be live at 7 p.m. in the classroom. But the platform on school is called The Sanctuary. If you haven't joined us over there, please come over and join. We're growing very rapidly, and once we reach 100 participants, we're gonna lock it down for a paid service. So right now, anyone who's in there has a lifetime access to really get everything that all of the practitioners are putting in there for free, to just share their gifts and talents. If you are a practitioner, if you do this self-care work or holistic work, and you want to come in and offer your services in a community, please meet us over there. That is a place that you can really hone in on your craft and do your work and have an audience that really want what you have to offer. Lastly, my 2 books, Embracing the Queen Within and my book, Aligned and Crowned, are on Amazon to be purchased. I also have self-study programs on my personal website called Good Vibes Lounge LLC. You can go on there and do a deep dive into the book once you get it and go through the portal of self-study, finding your true identity, finding the archetypes that work with you to navigate your own personal life experience. This is a free world, y'all. There is so much available for us that is free, but we have to do the work to find it. And then not only when we find it, we have to begin to implement what we're learning. You can learn as much as you want, but if you never put it to use, you will never find yourself living your best life. It is so abundant. There is so much that we can be, to do, and have in this now reality, but it doesn't come easily. We do have to really know who we are. We have to know what we are being sent to do, and we have to get into the flow by aligning to our truth, speaking our truth, and being the truth that the world is waiting to see. You are the change that the world is waiting for. So until next time, I'm your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, coming in here to speak out and fix crowns in the process. Until next time, peace and love. Good night.